Hi and welcome back. If you're new here, hey, thanks for joining us. Come along for the ride as we learn to make a folding knife. Right along with me and myself and I on this. I sat down and with no help, no pictures, no books, no internet research, no YouTube, anything about how to make a folding knife. I sat down, started making. This is the one I come up with. So, okay, last week we got us a Sawzall blade. Now, you buy, beg, borrow, whatever like this, and a lot of times you'll get if you know somebody in the trades, you can get one that way that they break. And break the end off of it like this. Alright, you take a propane tank, a MAP gas, what did I do with it? Anyway, it's right here somewhere. I had take just a little portable butane tank and heat it up red hot, let it cool, do it again, do it a couple of times there and just let it cool on its own. Soften it right up. Should. And so they're a bimetal and the teeth are pretty good on them, so you need to get everything softened up that you can hand file it off, or use a bench grinder, belt grinder if you got it, or an angle grinder if you're brave. So anyway, so here is our the Jim Patterson at Big Jim's Forge emailed me or contacted me through Messenger that he couldn't screen shoot my diagrams, and something to do probably too many lines or whatever else. So I sent them to him on Messenger, and these is the ones I sent him on Messenger. So here's the back spring, and I can do the same for anybody else that wants it now. So right here, and it says not to scale and make the back spring first. Yes, make it first. So if it's not clear enough or you have a question, just feel free to put it in the comments and I will read it. Now there is the back spring. Here is a side plate. Now there's measurements on it, but there's a reason to make the back spring first. Okay, that's so you can stack up your side plates and and glue them together, then glue your back spring onto it, and then drill them all at one time. That way they will be lined up. I've done that I thought I'd be smart and do all that, and I was smart and I did do it. The only thing that I was dumb about was I let one of the holes wander just a little bit, and that's all it takes. So if you do it all three together at the same time, they'll line up. So when you drill one hole, stick an 1/8 inch piece of brass rod in it, or another drill bit, a shorter one, a broke one or something, or just something to make sure that it's held with. Use super glue, clamp it together, and put a little pressure on it for a little while. Just walk away or drink a cup of coffee, smoke break if you do it. If you do that, which I don't recommend, but anyway, but that, and let it dry so you can do it. Do it slow. Use a little cutting oil on it and go slow so it don't the heat doesn't break down the super glue, and take it up, and make it come apart. So here's the side plate. Yeah, everything worked. Trust me, I was in the trades, and everything, I mean everything, I don't care what it was or what it is, everything works on paper. Don't believe me? Ask an architect. They'll tell you that. Oh yeah, right there it is. I've drawn it, didn't I? You've got plenty of room. No, you don't. So, but that's what they say anyway, that everything works on paper. So here's this. And that. Okay. Now, here's the blade. That may get a little confusing right in here. It's been erased a time or two, but just have at it. I mean, I blowed this up and everything, so hopefully I'm going slow enough that at least you get a general idea what to do. Now, we're going to make patterns. We're going to take these measurements right here, and we're going to get us a fresh piece of paper and a ruler and a pencil and something kind of round, something, you know, that's small enough that you can use it for inside diagram, inside corners, outside corners, whatever. And so let me get a piece of paper that I don't have laying right here. Oh, and it never hurts to have a set of these. They're just a few bucks. These are called French curves. There's probably 10 or 15 of them, and you know they got every conceivable angle you can do on them. And right here's just two of the ones that I use the most on, and I got a bunch of them hanging up over to my Amazon. They're not much, a few bucks. So, but they help a knife maker. They help anybody that wants to draw, that can't draw. I'm one of them. So, years in blueprint reading and drawing and everything else still doesn't have me where I can draw real good. So, let me get a piece of paper. I'll be right this second. I'll get multiple sheets because it's laying right there. I thought I had a piece over here, but I don't. I do, but it's got other stuff on it. So now, I don't know where my little tripod is, but I will try to bring this over, and it's going to take forever. But you need the patterns to start with. I mean, if you're good enough to draw it on your pieces of Sawzall blade, then hey, knock yourself out, go for it. But I find on something like that, that's where you need, it's an odd shape, sometimes odd shapes, some, you know, and that you can adjust. You can do the tilt to make it. You make a back spring where it'll do this, you know, make it where it'll fit the best at. And so let's get started. All right. All right. Maybe this will show. All right. My instructions are on the back spring is to make that first. So we're going to start with that. And we're going to start with that one. Right here. It's not scaled. Make the center of hole, and that's 1/8 inch hole. I forgot to put this on there for Jim, but I told him what it was, so I wrote it on the others. Wrote it down and I just forgot. So what we need is an area, and let me get I thought I had a bigger one here. That doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I've got this one right here. So now, the first thing about it is we need to establish a square corner. Paper is kind of square when it comes. It don't have to be perfect, but close would help. The overall that we want of this thing, I don't know if you can see this or not, or I can't tell. But anyway, the overall of this thing, from start to ending, is 89 millimeters long. Yeah. Let me widen that out. I didn't zoom it in much, but just a little bit. But anyway, the overall is 89 millimeters. So we're going to take this pencil right here. It's not sharp anymore. One of these days I'll learn to get ahead of myself and have things set up and ready to go. If I do that, I wouldn't be human, forgetting everything. Okay, what we're going to do is find a point as we can. Now, the back spring is 20. We need 23 millimeters in height. 23. Here to here. Top to bottom. 23. So we're going to come right here. We're going to go 2. That's 2 millimeters. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Right there. Put a mark right there. Go over here, do the same. There's 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, yeah. Make sure you get right over it to my lines. Okay, 23. Right there. Now we're gonna connect those lines right there. Okay, now it is 89 millimeters long. So let's do this. So we'll have us a spot there. So millimeters is up here. So 89 right there. Yep, 89 millimeters. That's what that is. We got a line. We could put it right there. 89. And use the end of our tape measure like a square. Because it is. And we just come up here and do the same thing up here. And it's 89. Finish it out. Okay. Here's our 89 millimeters. Okay. Now we want to go in at the top. I don't know if I can't tell if I'm, hopefully I'm not missed this, but anyway, right there. We're going to go in this. We're going to go in 8 millimeters from this line right here. So we go 5. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 millimeters right there. Right there. 8. Okay. Now the center of our hole is going to be, these are 4 millimeters in from this end. So we go 4 millimeters, which is right there. And we're going to go 4 millimeters right there. Now, our bottom holes, if you can see it, are also 4 millimeters up. Right here. 4 millimeters up. So we're going to take and do 4 millimeters right there. And we're going to go out to here. 4 millimeters up. This is our, these are for our holes. Okay. Here's these. Now, this one right here, this hole, this bottom hole right here in this corner is going to be 4 millimeters up and 4 millimeters over. I hope that you can see this. I swear I do. Anyway, there's your hole. There's an 1/8 inch hole right there. So then the next one, 4 millimeters, you go up 17 millimeters. 17. And there's this one. Now, the next hole out this way is at 40 millimeters. So 40. So there is a 4 right there. Alright, there's your hole. There's that. Now, ours locates the holes. Now, since we got the holes located, we don't have to worry about these lines. We need that. We need that one, but not just in between the two holes, like that. There's the holes. That. Now, here is a taper from 8 millimeters to 6 millimeters. Right there, 65 millimeters out. So from here we'll go 65 millimeters right there. That's where that's at. Right there, 65. Let's get it up here so we get it square. And we'll just use that line as a square and the edge for length. And right there. That's 65 millimeters. Now, right here, from here we want 6 millimeters. Right here, 6. And here we want 6. Right there. Alright, we'll connect these two. And we got this. Okay. Now, this is 6 millimeters up. 6 millimeter. Okay. Now, back here, we're going to go up 8 millimeters. It's right there. Now, we're going to take this line from this point right here to this point over here. Alright, there. That is our 8 to 6 millimeter taper right here. Now we don't want to leave any hard corners on this thing, inside corners especially. You don't want to do that. So you need something to make a radius, to copy a radius with. And what I found works is a big collider right there. Just take it, it's oval shaped. Everybody knows what a big collider looks like, I guess. Been around most of us, as long as most of us have been alive here nowadays. And you use the corner, and that will bring in your little inside corner right there. So we're at 89 millimeters long. Here's our holes marked, our center of our holes right there. There's our taper. Now I added a little detent right there. You don't have to put in right at the minute, but as long as you know it's there, so, and save it for when you do the knife blade. and you'll have to, trust me, you'll have to do 250 fit ups, maybe 6,000 fit ups to make everything go together. And you have to sneak up on your measurements, because if you don't, when you're filing, you'll go too far, and one little slip of the file could take you too far, and you got to do it all over again. There's not much room for error in these. I mean, once you start drilling holes, it's all down to sweating right there. Okay, there's our back spring. So let's take a pair of scissors. We have made it, and it didn't take that long. This right here, we've done everything right there. Hopefully that went out, but I'll know when I do this. I may have to split this up into 10 or 12,000 videos. Okay, now there they are. All right, here's your scissors. Take your scissors. And cut this out. You can leave the lines or not. I said this is one of them sneak up. You gotta sneak up on everything. It's like a unique rabbit. How do you catch it? You sneak up on it. So this is where our back spring is. Gives you a little bit of your springiness that you need. And also this end right here, before you temper it or before you harden it, you'll need to turn it up just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. So just take these measurements and you build you a pattern to scale. Okay, there it is. You got it all marked. Everything else like that. Take that and put it right there. Just figure out where it works on it at, and take a little glue, a little hodgepodge, a little Elmer's, anything like that. Double face tape, that would work. Double face tape would work just fine, as long as it's good stuff. So there is for your back spring. Right there. That's your back spring. Now, we're going to go and we're going to make us one of our side plates here. Okay. Now, here we go. We're going to take and we're going to use this corner right here. Let's keep going. Turn it over, go down. Here's the tape measure. Here's my measure ruler. It's in millimeters and inches. Now, remember, the big ones are 10. The ones in the middle is half, which is 5 millimeters. That, and this is a centimeter. 1 to 2 is a centimeter, or 10 centimeters. Or 10 millimeters. This is 1 centimeter, 10 millimeters. Okay, so I want 102. That's 102 right there. And that right there is 102 right there. Come on down and do 102. Okay, now we need this up and down at 25. So we come down, so we'll come down 25, which is an inch, by the way. 25 millimeters is an inch, give or take a half a peach fuzz. There's a lot of millimeters that will work in the imperial sizes. There's that. Here's that. Now, that's overall how big that's going to be. Now, right here on this end, we're going to go 4 millimeters. Right there. And we're going to go four millimeters. And we're going to go up. Four millimeters. And 4 millimeters. Okay, make sure that that's right. Yep. Right. Yep, just a little bit. Okay. Go. Yep. Right there. To there. And a little high. That's the reason I say do it all at one time. Here's this hole. And then we go in 40 millimeters. 40 millimeters. And right there. That hole. And we go up 17. Which is right there. So right there. Now, oh, there's that. Now, we need 93 millimeters here. So we go 9, right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 93 millimeters, and I've got the edge up against that right there, straight. Right here. Now, this side is 13.5 millimeters. So we're going to go 10. It's 10. That's 11. That's 12. There's 13 and a half. Yes, it has a hash mark in the half, for the half, in between. And there is another hole. So we have this is our side plates. This is to scale. So we cut it out. But still, even doing it, what I would do is I wouldn't drill any holes in it, but it's just cut it 102 millimeters long and lay everything right together on top of each other. And you have a piece of brass. Like this. Mine's a little, be just like that. You know, just like that. So this one is the one I'm using. I've got a, but anyway, I cut out one rivet. I mean, yeah, one rivet in there. You can put more if you want, but I done this and I wasn't thinking, but I did it, so I'm stuck with that one. So there we go. There's our side plate, and there's our back spring. Now here's this. Now here's this. Let me just line this up right here on top of this, right there. And let's just see. There's a hole. There's a hole. And there's a hole. And the center of these holes hit exactly the center of these holes. If you don't let it, you drill bit wander or whatever like that, you can do it like that. If you had a DRO, that'd be great on something to do with. But that's, and I done that before and got it, but I still should have glued everything together. So now comes to the blade. Okay, we're right here at the blade. Now I've done 95 overall. I wanted a little bit extra back here, so that's what I did right there. So we'll put that over there, and we know them two work, and two work just fine. All right, and of course all the holes hit dead on, so our measurements were dead on. It's accurate. It's amazing that they built the pyramids with a yardstick and a spring and a piece of string. Yep, very crude, very rudimentary measuring devices. But hey, as long as you keep it, it don't matter if you're doing it, if you're measuring in bones. As long as you keep this bone the same, and you need 25 bones, well, that's how long it'll be. It's 25 bones, and anything shorter than that will be shorter by one bone or a half bone or whatever like that. That's how that works. Now, here's the blade right there. Now, from here forward, as long as it clears the back spring in here, that's completely up to your interpretation, which I do suggest letting the top down just a little bit so the point won't be sticking you in the pocket or anything. So here we go. We are at 23, and yep, we're at 23. That's what I had. So 23. So we're going to come down 23. That's 21, 2, 3, 23. Right there. And 21, 2, 3. Right there. And as you can see, I've done it just with all of this with a 6-inch ruler. Okay, now then, that's 23 up and down. Overall thing is 95. Alright, we're going to go 95. 95 right here. Do that right there. Come all the way down. Right there. Make 95 right here. Table's not flat. So there we go. We're at 95. Okay, now from this line we want to measure back. This is our point in. Okay, we want to measure back from here 85 millimeters. So we go right there and we go 85 millimeters right there, and we put us a line right there. Okay, so we're back 85. This is where the center of the pivot hole is going to be. Now to get this started right here, here's what I want to do. I want to come down 6 millimeters, 1/4 of an inch, more or less, right there. Now I want to come up 3 millimeters from this line here. Right there, 3 millimeters up off that. And you say, well, it's 23, why you take 3 off? I need it back here. I need the extra right back here. So we take this right there. Now we are from this center line right here, this 85 millimeter right here, we go +3 backwards, so that's 88 millimeters. So I can go 88 millimeters. Right, just do it right there and do it all the way up against it. Yep, 88 millimeters, and make us a line right there. That is for our this notch right here. It's 3 millimeters behind this hole. So there's that. Now this hole is 14 millimeters. Center of this hole is going to be 14 millimeters from the top down. That's what I've tried to elicit, but and there's 14 millimeters. Now it's right. All right, now paper wanted to move on me. There's 14. That's one away from 15. So that's here, right there. Okay. Here is the hole right there. Okay, we're going to come down right here. We're going to come down about 4 millimeters. Right there. Go back. 4 is not enough, but it gives us room to sneak up on it. You could go 3.5 if you wanted to, right there, like that, so it would sneak up on it. I could just make this corner right here a little bit smaller so you can file to it. Now, from the center hole here up to this, well, it says 9 millimeters. That's what I done with it. But yeah, I wanted to leave a little bit more on there, so yeah, that's what I do. I just leave it a little thick and then sneak up on it. And like I said, if you mess this up, any part of this right here, it's all over, and you got to start again. If you don't have the same size thickness of Sawzall blade, then you have to make another back spring. I'll go out and buy another big one, whatever, like that. Now we've went up. This is our relief where our lock will go, where our back spring will set like this. When it opens, it will set against it like that. And when it's closed like this, like I said, not to scale, but anyway, it'll be sitting in here like this. You'll be about right there all the way to the end, like that. Now, okay, where was I? All right, we got 23 millimeters overall. The point end here. I come down. I went back 35 millimeters. You can go more, you can go less, doesn't matter. It's just your preference on this. You can make this, if you don't have Sawzall blades and you have knife blade material, by all means. But not everybody's got that, or can run down to the hardware store and buy knife supplies. Some do, some don't, some can, some can't. Okay, now here we go. There's the little bump that I use right here is 6.5 millimeters forward of this hole, center of it. Okay, so from this hole right there, there's 6.5 right there. That's center. That is a center point of this right here. Now we want to take a filing notch. We'll come right here and we'll bring this down. Just make it just a little bit like that. And then you take this, make just a little filing notch right there. This doesn't have to be exactly that wide. It can be down. You just need a little bit there for a detail. Okay, now you're going to be up about right at 0.5 millimeter or so, or 1 millimeter. Start with a half and file to it. Make sure you get it right there, because what you're looking for is a little pressure down from here onto the back spring. You want the back spring to push up tension all the time on it. So now with that, you bring this down here like this to about the center of the hole, like that. Bring it back just a little bit. It needs to be round-ish. And you do the same thing with your Bic lighter, anything like that, right here. Like that. And then right about there. That's what you want, somewhere right in there. Okay, there's that. Just make this a little bit. You can, like I said, you're gonna file this to make that it operates smooth. You make it work smooth. Start fat, work your way lean. Now I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to put an edge, and I'm going to go from, you can go from like this, make a thin blade like that, or you can do a little bit more and just rotate it around like that. However you want to. You can freehand it, you can do whatever, or you can do a fat blade like that. Give you a little more point or a little more belly on it. Now, with that, you take your paper, scissors, cut this out. Right there. Cut this, leave your pencil line good, because like I said, you need to do this. That's the reason I like to use diamond files. Even if you harden it, they will still cut it. The diamond files will. You may make this as round as you need or whatever. And you just bring that on up, come to here, do that, take this, like that. Now, and there's your blade. There's your pivot hole right there. Let's take this right there. Just like I say, it all works on paper. What did I do with my, what in the world did I do with my, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, right there. I got a little bit of double-sided tape right there. So we can take this, put this right there. Good thing the FBI knows I'm a good boy. I'm gonna get my fingerprints off this tape, put it in where they want to, so I don't have to. Yes, I may have told everybody that I have at one time or another worked for the FBI, so yeah, years and years ago when I did. And I worked in there when my boss couldn't. So now, got it the wrong way, but right here's the hole. Right there. Take this and put this oh, you flipping thing. Right there. Now, there it is. You may need to do just a little bit of dress up on it, but there it is. There's that. That should have come through right in the center of the cross right there. So there's your pattern all taped together. If you've got enough Sawzall blade to do everything with, there it is. But that's just a simple way to make it to scale. This is it, to scale. See that I'm a little long right there on this point, which is okay. You can file that off. That's the reason I say take a dozen fit ups or more. This right here, right there, maybe I should have brought this hump just forward just a little bit more, but that's me cutting it. So there's your patterns all made, and that's basically the size that your knife will be, roughly, give or take a little bit. Then when you get it done, you can grind and file like that. You can do that, make it where it's nice and comfortable in your pocket. Same way here. Just roll that around. Take this, just leave that right there. But you can also take this side on your scales, on your side plates, and you can bring it down anywhere right in here, just so you got a little better access to your blade. This is completely up to you, like that. So Okay, now that's how to make your templates. Right there. This one probably goofed a little bit on right here at the pin right there. Let's go center right there. Yeah, I goofed a little bit right there. Should have been the center of it. So, yep. You just do that right there. Bring it around and that. But that's it. Right there. There'll be just a little one, and you want this end of it bent up just a little. Like I said, you want just a fine little file spot right there. Just when it comes down in it, it'll help push up on this end. When it pushes up on this end, it'll push down on this end. So keep this one closed. Okay. I hope to God this I'm blinking, so I'm gonna have to end this, and so till next time, it's Bobby Shields saying God bless.